all the respected heartbeats of male type frequently tell this. I'd like to take this opportunity of being with you for 1 and 30 minutes today. This is the second set of these webinar series. I have seen 23 participants, and other friends might be suffering from network problem like I was suffered a couple of minutes before. So they may be coming. Some of the friends had telephoned me for the same problem. Sorry for a bit late. And warm welcome to here. And before sharing my screen, I'd like to make a humble request to all the dear participants to submit your work in the Google Docs so that we can make use of your materials in workshop. We are trying to make this workshop really rather than webinar. Let me share my screen now. Okay, I'm changing it into slide share mode. It's going to change. Okay, it made, oh, is it audible? Is it visible now?
Yes, it's visible.
Thank you so much. I'll try to make this presentation as more in workshop module as I can. So for this, I need your kind support. In the previous webinar, Professor Gamali has set the foundation stone. I mean to say, he has set the foundation stone on selecting a topic, developing a title, and writing introduction. On that foundation, I'm adding some bricks on that foundation in the edifice of your research article. Basically, as we have already discussed, literature review can be embedded within introduction section, or it can be written as the separate entry. There is no problem, but there should be and must be literature review. We know this. So let me enter the domain without delay. All of you have written something internationally, I believe. So in this workshop, I'll be focusing on three major aspects of writing a critical literature review. I'll be focusing on critical literature review, what aspect, why aspect, and how aspect. These are the crucial aspects. Most of our authors are wondering what to write, why to write, and how to write. We will be sharing on these three aspects today. Now, I'd like to ask all the dear participants, dear writers and authors, I should say researchers, to brainstorm on this question. What is literature review? Could you write in the chat box, please? Just a couple of minutes. Write in the chat box what you mean by literature review. I'd like to begin from this point. I'd like to check this from your ideas. Yeah, let's spend a couple of minutes in writing. What is literature review for you? Since this is a workshop, let's begin from brainstorming. Yes, Chandrakala Kanal. Oh, good. Overview of the previously published article. Fine. Jenny Rai has written the work that has been done by other researchers. Fine. Devraj Karki has written study of previous works. Fine. Good. Astik sir has written viewing the body of knowledge available in that area. Good. It's good. It's good. Beautiful responses are here because you are established writers, I believe. Still, some of you might need some additional help. For that, we can brainstorm here. We'll be working from there, and I'm trying to follow the intermediate path. Some of you are established writer I have seen here, and some of you are budding or emerging writers I have seen. Oh, thank you so much for your input. Now, let me share what I have collected here. It's obvious to you. The literature review is, oh, I'd like to have help of some volunteer reader, please. Could anyone read out from my screen? Could anyone read out from the screen, please?
Sir.
Yes, please, come on.
What is literature review? The answer is given here. An integral part of the entire research process. Cited from Kumar, 2006, page 30. And next one, a critical survey of academic and scholarly references such as articles, journals, books, research reports, seminar papers, important documents, and other sources. So printed and or electronic. This is all.
Oh, thank you so much, Pushpa Adhikari ma'am. Thank you so much. Could you slightly interpret this definition, please? Slightly, could you interpret yourself?
So, integral part of entire and survey. So, according to me myself, to just summarize it, it's the process of reading and recording the relevant books and resources to once. It refers to like that, sir.
Ah, thank you. Thank you so much, Pushpa ma'am. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
You're right. I don't need to explain many things. I'm just reminding and rewinding you what literature review is. But slowly I'm shifting literature review to critical literature review slowly and gradually. You can see the symbol here. It is not only summarizing what the works have already been done. It is a critical survey. The word is there. There is the word you can see. It's a critical survey of academic and scholarly references, articles, journals, books, research reports, seminar papers, both in printed and electronic form. This is just a reminder. Thank you so much, Pushpa ma'am, for your help. This is the thing I'd like to. Okay, this is continued. I'm slightly shifting to critical literature review. Shall I have any other reader to read out this screen, please?
Okay, sure. Literature reviews are also known as critical literature reviews, not because they are critical in nature, but because they present a critic or an unbiased critical analysis of existing research on a particular topic. A good literature review does not just summarize sources, it analyzes, synthesizes, and critically evaluates to give a clear picture of the state of knowledge on the subject.
Oh, thank you so much. Aren't you Sasiraj Gimiri, sir?
Yes, sir, yes.
Thank you so much for good reading. Sasi, sir, could you interpret what you mean from this slide?
So, I understand by these points that critical literature reviews mean we do not write critically on any topic. Just we present the critic on similar topics written by other writers. We just pick up the ideas from others which are critically written on similar topics. I think the first point gives us this idea. And second one is, how do we organize it? A literature review does not summarize sources, it analyzes and synthesizes and critically evaluates. Means how do we write literature reviews? We write in such a way that the writing analyzes and synthesizes and gives us the clear picture on the topic the writer is writing. I think so, sir.
Thank you, Sachida sir, for your beautiful attempt. I appreciate it. As you have just mentioned, could any other participants add something more from what Sashi sir has presented just now? Is
Yes,
anyone?
sir.
Yes, please. Come on. Astik sir raising hand. Yes,
So,
please.
while going through the given extract, I would say critical literature review means going through the existing body of literature on the research area very minutely, uh, with a view to finding out what the previous researchers have done and what they have yet to be found out, what is still to be explored. So, and the main goal is to find out the gap, what is to be explored next. So the main goal is there, and it is not just saying it is good and it is not good, but what is yet to be explored, that is the main goal while reviewing critically. This is my opinion, sir.
Thank you so much for your contribution, Krishna Kumar Khatri sir, for your beautiful interpretation. That is addition. And Astik sir was raising hand. Could you add something new, please? Astik sir, he was
Thank
raising
you,
hand.
sir. Thank you, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Surely
Okay.
audible.
Yeah, mine is not different. Mine idea is not different from the others fellow speakers who have spoken. My opinion is that in literature review, first we see the literatures, the body of knowledge available in the research area, which the researcher is going to do and going to make. So that's the first thing a researcher tries to do. Second, he or she evaluates the available body of knowledge that's related to his research topic and the objectives, and then try to direct his study and make it similar to the knowledge available in the field. And then he or she, whoever is there, the researchers try to conclude and make differences to what extent the previous body of knowledge available in the field is different from his purposes and his objective. So that's the thing we do in literature review.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your contribution, Astik Washi sir. He is president of NELTA Promise number 2 as well. Thank you so much, Astik sir. Actually, all of you are right in the research. Nobody is wrong, nobody is right, I should say this way. There is a level of correctness. How correct you are, that's the question you have on this. All of you are right. Thank you so much. But the major thing to understand from the slide is that we should not forget when we are writing literature review critically or writing critical literature review, we should not forget it is not just the summarization of others works, maybe books, thesis, dissertation, article, or something else. It is to analyze, synthesize, and critically evaluate. In this situation, you would create. For this instance, I can add one more point. We have already read Bloom's taxonomy. When you write down the critical literature review, we shouldn't forget the highest order thinking that we are doing in the revised version of Bloom's taxonomy, that is creation. Creation, or there is synthesis. There is creation beyond evaluation. That is the thing to be remembered for writing critical literature review. There can be whole article on critical literature review. There may be focused critical review. But this moment, I'm talking about how literature review is written critically in the submission of article to Journal of Nature, because I cannot cover all the things that exist in this critical literature review. I'm focusing on Journal of Nature, so I'm delimiting myself. Thank you so much for one participation. Now, why literature review? Actually, I'd like to place you in group work in Zoom platform, but it may take some additional time. Rather than putting you in different breakout rooms, I'd like to ask you to jot down a couple of points why we need to write a literature review in a research article, because this is our focus of this webinar. I'd like to request you to write a couple of reasons why literature review is necessary, maybe in your copy or maybe in your computer. I'll ask you after 2 minutes. You can write some couple of reasons or more than that. Please spend 2 minutes time in writing yourself. I'll remain muted for 2 minutes. Why do you think literature review is necessary for a journal article, basically research article? I would have done group work, but it may take some additional time unnecessarily because of technology. So I request you to write in your paper or a computer screen. It's up to you. I ask you to share after 2 minutes. It's because this is a workshop and we are sharing our ideas.
Okay.
Yes, when you write down in the copy, could you switch on your video also, dear colleagues, so that we could see you are very enthusiastic research article writers as well. When you are writing, if possible, please switch on your video. We would like to see from here. Better is switch on your video and write in your copy, please. You are enthusiastic writers, or you can write on the computer screen. It's optional to you. My request is please switch on your video and write down. All right, dear colleagues, Melta Hartgates, oh, enthusiastic writers. Shashi sir is so happy in writing. Good. When you are happy, you can do something. Good. I like it. Laughter is the medicine in this pandemic situation. I like it. Ashtik sir is writing beautifully. I'm seeing you. Good. Good job you are doing. It's used to activity. Okay. Good. Okay, thank you so much. Your time is over now. I can take some 3 presentations.
Yes, sir.
Why literature review? Please.
Sir, can I read out, sir? Sir, can I read out my points?
Shashi sir, yes, please.
The purpose of writing a literature review can be expressed in 4 points, in my opinion. First one is to express other scholars, to express what other scholars have stated on the same research area. Second one is to show the research gap and make the research topic unique, different from others. I mean, third one is to present the value of your research topic. Fourth one is to support your ideas with reference to others to some extent. And fifth one is to explore out similar research areas.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sasi sir, for your wonderful ideas. Now, I'd like to request from lady participants, lady writers, I should pronounce this way. Anyone, please? Otherwise, I'll pronounce your names myself.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Kamalaji,
It's-
please, come on.
It's me, Kamala Kesi, sir. It is for maintaining the gap between your work and the work that are previously done.
Yes. Thank you, Kamala Miss. Thank you so much for your addition. I can take one more addition. Is anyone willing?
I'll try.
Yes, please, come on.
So to bring clarity and focus to the research problem, and next one, improve research methodology, and next one, broadens knowledge base.
Thank you so much, Pushpa Adhikari. Thank you so much. I'm just brainstorming. I'm collecting ideas, sharing my collections now. Thank you so much for your vibrant participation. Yes, you have already read these things. I've taken this from Kumar 2006. When citing literature review, we should be aware of plagiarism. Shall I ask anyone to read out these points, please? Quick reading. Shall I ask Devaraj Karki, sir?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Could you see from the screen? Read out,
Okay,
please.
sir. The slide displays why literature review, especially literature review, is to bring clarity and focus to your research problem, to improve your methodology, to broaden your knowledge base in your research area, then to contextualize your findings.
Yes.
By Kumar 2006, page 30.
Thank you so much, Devaraj, sir. Could you slightly interpret this last point? To contextualize your findings. What does this mean to you?
Actually, what the research found in his area of study, and is the study relevant to the situation, particular settings where he is conducting his research? If that findings is contextually appropriate, the research will be effective in that situation, sir, I think.
Okay, thank you. Is there any addition in the last point you want to make? Any other place?
Yes, sir. Actually, the researcher conducts his literature review actually to find out mostly the gap. What is essential to construct some sorts of new knowledge in his area of study. That literature review should be critically examined from that perspective. Then after, whatever have been uncovered up to this time and what is essential to do something, to construct something new in order to contribute from that way, literature review is essential, sir, I think.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Can you say in which part of the research article we contextualize findings? Can anyone answer my question? Let me repeat once more, please. In which part of research article we contextualize our findings?
Research.
Yes, sir.
Please.
So, sir.
I think, sir, in our working area or where we are working in that field, we have to contextualize the findings that we have got from our research.
Thank you for a try, Deva sir. You are trying your best. Thank you so much. Okay, dear researchers, this last point for me means this point focuses on discussion of the findings part. Results and discussion is a part. In discussion part, you contextualize your finding. I mean, based on literature review you do in the introduction part or separate section of research article, you utilize that literature in discussion section. You corroborate. I mean, you show similarities or differences. You compare and contrast your findings with your literature you review in discussion section of research article. This is the point I want to say. Is that clear?
Okay.
Thank you,
So,
sir. Yes.
so
Please.
may I put a point, sir?
Yes, please. Come on.
So regarding this contextualizing the findings, so we need to be very much clear that literature review while writing articles or especially in qualitative type of article, so it runs throughout the research. So we should not mean that literature review is a separate section, but it goes throughout the paper, so that it can be contextualized in any section, like in sometimes finding section or discussion section or conclusion section. So it is very important. uh, I mean, literature review runs throughout the paper. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay, literature review
If I
is
am
a
not wrong.
okay. Thank you, Krishna sir. Literature review provides you roadmap that's coming. When I say roadmap, it is necessary from title to conclusion. You are right, but I'm focusing on where to contextualize. That's only the answer I'm providing you. Otherwise, you are right. Thank you so much for your contribution. Let me continue. Okay, I don't need to read out these points because you are familiar with the topic. These are theoretical things we are discussing. We have to go to some practical tasks also to identify and justify needs, develop theoretical and conceptual framework, to assist in developing research questions, to guide in designing appropriate methodology, to form a foundation to proceed ahead in your research. I mean, literature review is the foundation stone for any research, may it be thesis, dissertation, or article, is a foundation. Every research begins from review of literature. Okay, we understand this. So let me not spend more time on the theoretical aspect. To trace out the way to interpret, establish the need for the research, and so on and so forth. The basic thing is there to show the groundwork of research. There is description and critical evaluation, critique. When there is word critique, it is compulsory aspect for critical literature review. It is not only description of what has already been done. You should provide your perspective, your interpretation, your opinion on the previously reviewed literature. This is the theoretical thing. So let me go ahead. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, dear researchers, how can you write critical literature review? This is the focus point now. I'd like to request you now to write in the chat box. How can you write critical literature review? What are the processes of writing critical review? Could you write precisely in the chat box this time, dear researchers? I spent a couple of minutes on this title. How can you write a critical literature review? I'm writing this critical in the bracket because if you are familiar with this critical literature review, write down this. If you are not, write something on literature review. How you write there. This is the third aspect of today's presentation. Yes, please. I'm seeing your chat box now. Oh, so beautiful responses are there. Kamal sir has written, oh, it provides foundation. Okay, that's fine, Kamal sir. Thank you so much. Now write the answer of this question projected on the screen, please. How can you write? This is the third part. We have finished what and why. Again, my humble request to the dear researchers, please switch on your video and let's see how you are writing on the screen or paper. My request to you, switch on your video because you are the selected researchers out of 174, if I'm not wrong. Out of 174, you have been selected. It means you are best of the best researchers in this Nelta platform. You can present as well, I believe so. So let's switch on our video and go on doing the task, please. Yes, Madhav sir has written by paraphrasing the scholars' ideas. Fine, Madhav sir. I believe you are quick writers. You are researchers. So let's utilize our short time to do many things. Madhav sir. Okay, Dilip Chaudhary sir has written by analyzing previous research. Okay, good. Devraj Karki sir, yes. Critical review is written by focusing on how much does the existing literature is the addressing. Fine, fine. Binod Shah has written by observation. Fine. Okay. Oh, Kamal sir, Kamal Raj Lamsal has written think what you expect, skim the title, abstract methodology, focus on arguments, take notes and organize. Thank you. Perfect, Kamal sir. Good. Let me, oh, there are other responses. Astik sir has written by exploring the research of others and analyzing his or her findings. Perfect, perfect, yes. Riyamat sir has written finding relevant articles, analyzing them and then quoting. Okay, fine, fine. Sanjay Bosnet sir has written without any modification. Sanjay sir, I'm with you now here. By studying and picking up what has been researched without any notification. What do you mean by this, Sanjay sir?
So it means that what the researcher has presented or the earlier researcher has presented, we are not allowed to change their ideas.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir. What has they mentioned, no, without any kind of change, without bringing any kind of modification on their statement, that means modification here.
What you mean is okay, Sanjay sir, you are right in your position, but you can take their ideas and you can write in your one ways, one word.
Yeah, that means I don't mean to say that it should be copied as it is. That is not my intention. But their theme, yeah, their theme should not be changed.
It means we cannot manipulate their findings. Do you mean to say this?
Yeah, so yes.
Okay, then. Thank you. Then okay. Rohit Kumar sir, beautifully written. Krishna Kumar Khatri sir, beautifully written. Mukesh Kumar Korno sir, Badhiram Chapagai, Sasiraj Gimire, Jenny Rai. Good. Okay. Oh, Niranjan Rai. Okay, sir. If there is problem in laptop or mobile, I'm sorry. You don't mind, please. If there is technical problem, you can report this way as Niranjan sir has written. Okay. Thank you so much. No problem, sir. If you have any problem, it's a natural thing in our Nepali context. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your ideas. What I want to have answer from you is this. Okay. Shall I ask anyone to read out what is shown in the slide, please? This is the process. Anyone, please? Any new speaker, please, who hasn't spoken so far? So far.
Okay, sir. I will read, sir. Literature review process. Yes. And there are 6 points. The first point is select a topic, search the literature, write the review, survey the literature, critique the literature, and develop your argument.
Yes, thank you, Sanjay sir, for good reading. Let me ask Birwal Lama. Shall I talk to Birwal Lama?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, perfectly, sir. Perfectly.
Okay.
Could you interpret these points shortly, please?
Yes, sir. In literature review process, we can follow these 6 steps. First, yeah, we select the topic, and after selecting the topic, then we have to um, study the related literature with that study the literature related with the topic, and yes, and then we have to write a review of the literature. After that, we survey the literature, means we have to see if there are so what is the literature we have found, what type of topic is there. We have to survey it, go and sir, since the screen sharing has been lost, sir. Hello.
Probably Navaras sir has some problem again, connection problem.
Yeah, I think so.
He has got disconnected. So please bear.
So
Nupane sir is disconnected. So I think he will appear again. Let's wait.
yes, I think there is some technical problem in Navaraj sir's network. Meanwhile,
Yeah, he indicated that. He indicated that in his beginning. So yeah, Birbal sir, you were saying something. You please continue,
Okay,
and hopefully, he will join us soon.
okay, sir. So I was trying to explain what I understand from this uh, process, and as I told before, after selecting topic, we have to do literature review, and for that, first we search the similar literature related with the topic, then write the review. I'm a little confused in these 3 and 4 because after searching 2 and 4, we have to survey the literature, it says, and yeah, after yeah, when we find the related literature and survey it, we study it, then we have to uh, as we mentioned earlier, we have to see, analyze and synthesize it, paraphrase it critically, and we have to see our position and the gaps in those literature, and from that gap we can develop our argument, and in this way we can clearly mention where we stand. Sir, that's what I understand from this processor.
I think that
Ashish sir, shall I share my experience? How I do
yes,
it?
please.
Yeah, I have some experiences of writing this research article. I have got them published too. Generally, yeah, I search the literatures, the articles or the books available in the internet whatsoever, and then I read it, summarize, and then try to contextualize my studied work with my own purposes. So I try to match the findings of other researchers, the main points and the visions which might be suitable to contextualize my own study. So I do that first, and then I highlight the important points, the findings and process and whatsoever which I think important for my writing. I highlight it and I save it for my future purpose before I start writing my own. So when I write, before I writing, I study 50, 40, 50, more than that, more than 20 articles or books related to my topics. I highlight, collect the ideas, gather it, and then I shape my title, my objectives, purposes of my writing, and then I try to relate and give a full-fledged skeleton to the study work that I do. Yeah, this is the way I do in literature review. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, as you have pointed out, and probably that was the discussion point as well. There is no one straightforward way of doing literature review. There are, people do it differently. And of course, different approaches, different processes, different ways of recording, they're all different for different people. Before I invite someone else to share their experience, I would like to just take up one question that was coming up very strongly during the deliberations. And the question was, of course, my view here is the journal of journal article. So in a journal article, where do we place literature review? I think that was one of the comments or query made by Krishna Karki ji. I think it was you, and you were trying to you did actually address that. And Navraj sir actually gave you the answer. I'm just trying to explain the same thing with my experience. There is no one particular place of literature review in a journal article. However, having said that, literature reviews, as you were discussing during the deliberations, can be placed anywhere. But then there are different purposes for putting literature review in different places in the article, in your article. So for example, and that comes from my own experience. So of course, there are different ways of doing it, and there will be variations in how you do it, where you place it. But for example, the introduction is to introduce the topic, the concept, right? And there you would like to make your concept clear to the reader. If it's clear to you, that's fine. But remember, you are writing for someone else. So the reader has to understand it. So for the clarity of your concept, research concept, or the terms, the key terms, the areas of research that you have taken up, the reader need to understand that. For example, multilingualism in Nepali context and multilingualism in European context are different, right? We all know that. They have different understanding of multilingualism. So in a language classroom, for example, there are different children coming from different language backgrounds. So one child is speaking one language, another child is speaking another language, and there will be, let's say, 5 or 6 of them. That's multilingualism for them. For us, a single child knows more than 3, 4, 5 languages.
Okay, I'm sorry. Because of
that's
technical
okay.
problem, I have been back after some time. I'm sorry, sir. This is
Yeah.
Nepali context, so I'm really sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll come back to the topic. I was just trying to respond to Krishna Karkiji's comment on where to place literature review. And all I was saying is that, yeah, you can place it anywhere you like, but there are different purposes of putting it in different places of article. And I'll come back to that towards then, so once again, to summarize what I was trying to say. Okay, go on, sir, please take over again.
Thank you for kind help, my respected Guru Ramashish Giri sir. I remember even now when he taught me at M.Ed, and he's doing the same job, backing up his student like he did in the past. Thank you so much, Dr. Giri
Okay,
sir. Thank you so much. Am I audible now? Am
yes,
I audible? And
yes, you are, sir.
Sure, sure, sir. Sure. Please go on.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, reading critically. After talking about the process of writing critical literature review, we should be capable of reading the literature critically. Could anyone read out quickly from the screen, please?
Yes, sir. May I read, sir?
Yes, please. Come on. Yes.
Reading critically, think about what were the research aims of the paper or book? Is the research aim achieved? If so, how did they do it? Are there any problems with the methodology? Was it a strong or a weak research model? How will this research help with your own research? What can you take from it? What need to be avoided? What are you doing differently?
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Welcome, sir.
sir. Thank you so much for beautiful reading. Okay, dear researchers, you are familiar. I'm just raising the
I think again problem.
Navraj, sir, you check your net connectivities. You are quite unstable.
I think if you can buy data for a while, it will be useful.
Some great questions here in the chat box.
Yeah.
We lost him again.
Sounds like
Yeah, he's out now.
Disappear anytime. So it's good that he has good divine power.
Yeah.
Navraj sir can appear and disappear the moment he likes.
No, I think that's the technology thing, in fact. And
I'll advise him to. Oh, I think today there is a network problem with NTC.
Oh,
About
right.
7-8 calls I have made have not been through. So now, even now, when I dial, it just disconnects.
Okay, he's back.
He's back, is he?
I can see him. Navraj sir?
Hello, Navraj sir. Data li kaam dincha ki baro. Sometimes.
Yes, I'm again sorry. My power is again coming and going. There is a problem of transfer blast in my locality. I'm suffering so much. I'm sorry. I've been back from.
Sir, Navraj sir, can you buy 1 hour data so that the power from the battery, laptop battery will work? Then you will not be disconnected.
Could you tell again, please? I'm sorry.
Can you buy data, mobile data?
Yes, sir.
Mobile data.
I've taken mobile data. Again, my laptop is off, sir. That's the again next problem. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir.
Oh.
Again, there is power supply. I'm again joining from this. Before that, I'd like to request valued researchers to be ready for presentation of your literature review. Could you write a short review of your title within 4-5 minutes, please? I mean, I'm requesting, dear researchers, could you write a brief literature review on the title you have selected within 3-4 minutes, please? Till that time, I'll be joining back from my computer. As Lakshman sir has told, I've already taken my mobile data. Till that time, could you write down, jot down on literature review, critical literature review on the title you have selected, please? Yes, I believe you are jotting down a literature review, or you are collecting if you have already written, or maybe you are collecting on your computer screen. We'll talk on those write-ups from your site. Theoretically, we have almost done what, why, and how aspect, theoretical aspect. We have almost done. Now we are trying to do from your task, your perspective. As our senior vice president advised me, I'm back from mobile data. It's working now, and I'm coming back from my laptop. Till that time, I believe you are writing there. I'm sorry for inconvenience today. It has happened. I'm really sorry. I was in backup position also, but even backup is not working today. I'm sorry.
Recording in progress.
Now I'm switching off my mobile device. Okay, I'm back now. So let me leave from my phone. I'm leaving from. Okay. I'm trying to manage. Sorry. I'm trying to share my screen from here. I'm sharing my screen. All right. Has been somehow difficult for. Okay. Here you are. Yes. Okay. Am I audible and visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm really sorry today because of my problem. I've taken backup, mobile data, everything, but unfortunately, my backup didn't support for some time. Sorry for inconvenience. Okay, now here comes your task. Dear researchers, could you stop where you are now? I have collected 3 write-ups from your site. One of them is this one. I have maintained anonymity. I haven't given name here. Effectiveness of online education in teaching English. This is the title you have sent to me. Dear researchers, one of your fellow participants has sent me this literature review. Now, this is task 1 for you. You should evaluate this review and try to rewrite this in such a way that it could be good literature review. Have you got my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please.
There are some inconsistencies, so we
I
have
have
to
written 7 minutes,
remake
but
them.
it don't take more than 4 minutes, I believe. What is problem in this review one of your friend has sent me, and how you can improve it? So let's think about think for 2 minutes only, please, because if you write, it may take a long time. I'm sorry, because of my problem, you have been suffering today. I'm very sorry. I apologize. And think for 2 minutes. Where is the problem in this review, and how can we improve it? This is task 1. I've collected 3 pieces for today. Spend 2 minutes time. I don't think you can write, just think, please. I'll ask you orally after 2 minutes. Okay, dear colleagues, this slide will be shared with you, so you can read out these slides in detail if you like after this presentation. I'll be sharing this to Nelta Center's website through Vikas Rimal sir. You can read out the slides if you like. This time, just jot down what are the weaknesses in this review and how we can improve it. This may provide you insight in practical problems. Vikas sir, aren't you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Vikas sir, I'll be sharing these slides to you. I'll be sending this. And afterwards, we'll be sharing those slides to the valued, enthusiastic researchers.
Yes, I'll share all the slides and the recording of this workshop to the participants, and I'll upload the video into our NELTA's official YouTube as well, so that they can see it again and again.
Thank you so much, Vikas sir. We have got such beautiful backup now. We can see everything from the website of NELTA. There is a Journal of NELTA site. You can go there and see after a few days maybe. Okay. Because of time constraint, shall I ask anyone where is the problem, where the problem there is in this review, and how can we improve it? This is the task. Because of power cut problem and some other technical problems in my laptop, I'm sorry. So shall I begin from, let me check, Jenny Rai. Shall I ask Jenny Rai? Because she
Yes,
hasn't
sir, yes,
spoken
sir.
today.
Yes, I'm hearing you. Can
Yes,
you hear
please.
me?
Yes, please. Could you please share your ideas on this review? Evaluate this, please.
I don't. I think I was trying to work on the first one. I haven't gone to the second and the third, but I was thinking that in the first, I think the citation is a little bit off for me. Like, for example, that 2019 should have been inside the bracket or something like that. There is problem in the citation. And another is we could have written that something like this. I was thinking like, you know, something like, yeah, it takes a lot of time to write because we have to go through this Kelsey's work properly, what she might have written in her whole work. By looking at this, just few things, it is quite difficult to write what she means in her work. So I would write something like, in spite of various online learning education challenges, online education could be let's say, could be beneficial for educators. I could write this much. So I could cite Kesley in the beginning or at the end. So if I cite her in the beginning, I would have said, Kesley states this, or I can just write what I said and cite her at the end. So I just looked the first one, sir. I did not go through the second and the third one. That's all, sir.
Okay, thank you, Janimis. It's a good idea. It's the idea you have said. And now, shall I ask Rohit Kumar Mandal, sir? Rohit Kumar Mandal, shall I ask you? Rohit Kumar Mandal, sir. Could you speak?
Hello.
Yes,
hello.
sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Please.
Sir, I have gone through all these points, but not deeply, sir. And I found here some, like this, you can say, sir, first, these citations should be in, I think, okay, in alphabetical order, sir. Like this, first Cox, then Kesley, like this, sir. Yeah, 1 point. And then second, there should be consistency. Consistency means, sir, if we follow one model like this, Cox and Marshall in bracket 2007, then same will be there also in Kesley M 2019, like that in bracket. Yes, sir. And after that, also there must be consistency in stating the points are like Kesley stated. Here we have passed. In the same way here, conclude. So it must be concluded, yeah, in consistency, in terms of consistency, sir. This much, sir, from my side.
Okay. Thank you, Rohit, sir, for your contribution. Maybe other researchers are also willing. I'm sorry, there is time constraint. Thank you so much. Whoever has written this, remember yourself and take the suggestions from your friends. So for me, what we see in the article submission in the Journal of NELTA is that when you write review, these are different blocks. Such kind of blocks don't work. You should synthesize. You should synthesize the literature. Kesley, M is not necessary. Kesley, Cox, and Marshall, and there is Thapa. Yes, there are 3 citations here. These 3 citations should be interconnected. They should be analyzed and synthesized, and you should present a critique, your observation on those 3 citations. There is a format of writing literature review. You can begin from introduction or context of your theme. Then you can provide warrant or evidences from those research works. Then what is your observation on those citations should be given at the last of this writing. These are the major weaknesses in this literature review, and whoever hasn't written this, thank you for contribution, but it should be rewritten in that way. Let me begin once more. Write one sentence or two to provide introduction or context of the theme you are writing. Then write down this chronologically as your friend has suggested, or you can arrange them on the basis of subject matter or issue as well. Then give your own critique, 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 your observation on this citation. This is the way, I'm taking just a sample. This is the way how you can improve this piece of literature review. Thank you so much for your contribution in this real data. This is based on data. This is database discussion. Now I'm taking next colleague's data. You can see this is a review provided by one of you. You can remember who has sent this. I'm not telling your name because of ethical issue, I'm not presenting here. And then I provide you just reading here because of lack of time. I would have gone another way. Let's spend 2 minutes time to read out this and find out how this review is. Let's spend 2 minutes time, please. 2 minutes time only. I would have written there, done their 7 minutes activity. I've designed this, but because of my technical problem, I'm sorry, I couldn't spend 7 minutes on this task. I prepared my tasks for real workshop, but unfortunately, my device and technological barriers have hurdled me. 2 minutes time, please. Read out how you feel on this, and I'll take only couple of responses after 2 minutes. It will be great input for the writer who has done this. I'm shadowed for 1 minute 30 seconds to see your activities. Okay, thank you for your active preparation. So, shall I ask any new speaker, please, on your observation on this review? Any new presenter, please? New speaker, because all of you are equally participating. Shall I ask Suraj Prakash Joshi, sir? Suraj Prakash
Yes,
Joshi.
sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, please present your
Uh,
observation on this review.
okay, tentatively, I have seen all these three, the reviews. But in my opinion, what I found is that in the first literature review, Shrestha Avasti, that is full name is written. I think there is Avasti as something like that should be written. And 2018 have stated that English language and engineering study. And all the in these three reviews, there is no any chronological order. So should be kept in chronological order. And in second review, Agrawal 2016, and name should be written in proper way. Agrawal, I mean, what is first name should be written in properly. And there is not interconnected relationship in those reviews. And the last one, Shankar Fiar, I think Fiar, I'm confused on that. Shankar Fiar, what is it? Stated that the importance of English for a specific purpose for the students in medicine in Nepal. I think this content is not matching properly. Mm, thank you, sir. Thank
Okay, okay, thank you so much, sir. Actually, Joshi sir, you have told well. You have told the things well. Yes, there are many things to be done. Anyway, this review is better than previous one. I realize this. Still, there are many shortcomings in this review also. You should rethink about it. There is problem of transitions. There are some problems in the use of transitions, I mean connectives. Interconnectedness is the major problem in this review. You are right. There was some introduction as well in this review. I've got that short for showing you in this screen. There was introduction. Shrestha, Avasti, and Pahari has been written this way. In place of these three names, if you follow APA 7, you can write Shrestha et al. Or if you follow 6th edition, it's okay. Other things are almost presented by Mr. Joshi sir. Thank you so much. We can contribute this in email also. I have listed who has written this. So I'll provide you suggestions through email, dear friend. Who has contributed me, I'll contribute you too. I'll give you suggestions through email because of time constraint. Now let me go to next review. I don't think I can take this because of time frame. I should be finishing within provided time. There is a next review like this. This review, this data is also from you, the researchers. You have written this way. I'll provide suggestions. This is the article from Literature in Fact, exploring. This is the part of Kalim's. Tazmul Kalim's poetry and analytical study. This is the article on literature domain. This is fine. I'll be providing you comment on what the problems there are in this review. If you have got such kind of reviews, you can place this in Google Docs like your friends have sent, and then we'll be providing you suggestions for further improvements. Okay, I have provided you sample review also. This review can be read within 2 minutes. This is a sample review. I have given source also. Who can quickly read out this review, please? Who is the quick reader? Shall I ask, pointing out, who is there? Let me check. Who is the quick reader? Kamal Raj Lamsal sir, could you read out this slide quickly? This is the sample literature review. Shall I talk to Kamal Raj Lamsal sir? I think Kamal sir has got network issue like me. Kamal sir? Maybe he has got problem.
Let me read out, sir.
Let me check another one.
Excuse me, sir.
Let me read out, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Can I read, sir? Can I read out?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Quickly read out, please.
Okay, okay, sir. Sample literature review.
Body language issues have been widely associated with social media usage, particularly in young women. The relation between media depictions and body image concern is well established. A meta-analysis by Grade et al. 2008 concluded that exposure to mass media is linked to body image dissatisfaction among women. However, in an era of rapidly changing digital technologies, the mass media paradigm is no longer adequate for understanding how people engage with image, and the findings of older studies like this one may not be generalizable to younger generations. Several empirical studies have focused on Facebook usage in adolescents, girls, Tigerman, Slater 2013, Mia and Gray 2014, and in young adult women, Smith, Hams, and Joyner 2013, Fadoli et al. 2015, Cohen, Newton, John, and Slater 2017. While a systematic review by Holland and Timmerman 2016 confirmed a relationship between social networking and body image for both women and men. Across these studies, there is consistent evidence that body image issues are influenced not by social media usage in general, but by engagement with the visual and interactive aspects of these platforms. Nonetheless, there is a lack of robust research on more highly visual social media, HBSM, such as Instagram and Snapchat, that have gained more recent popularity among young generations. Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, dear friend. Thank you so much for good reading. I was muting myself because of vendors' unnecessary sound. I'm sorry. This happened. My home is located near the road, so I'm disturbed.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear colleague, for your beautiful reading. This is a sample review. I'll be sharing this with you later on. Thank you so much for good reading. I'm not reading these things. Considerations to be taken while writing lecture review critically. This is the concluding part of today's presentation. Use claim and evidence structure. Be selective. Use quotes sparingly. Be aware of proper citation. Be aware of plagiarism and self-plagiarism. There is a problem, and there is kind of buzzword. Plagiarism has been a kind of buzzword in the academia, so we should be beware of plagiarism. Not only that, even if we are beware of plagiarism, there may be a question of novelty in your research article as well. Even if you are in good position of plagiarism, you may be bad position in your originality again. So we should be balancing, putting forth our ideas and citing the others' works properly. We are in double responsibilities if you want to be serious writer nationally or internationally. I mean, if you want to publish through digital media, or if the journal is indexed, we should be very much aware, because it is seen through the world readership. Keep your own voice. I'm telling time and again, if you want to write critical review or critical literature review, keep your own voice. Only citing from others doesn't work. You should write what you mean from your perspective, from your lens. Present your lens on others' work. That is the main thing when you write literature review critically. Maintain introduction, body, and conclusion. Beware of plagiarism and self-plagiarism. Okay, now these are the things I would like to say. And finally, I apologize. I apologize from my side because of my personal technical barriers. You have been disturbed. I apologize again and again, many times it has happened. And thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity, Center of NELTA and Journal of NELTA team. We have done this for the sake of enthusiastic researchers like you. Thank you for your vibrant and enthusiastic participation in this forum. If any questions raised, I'll be back. I'm sorry I've taken 5 minutes more. Thank you so much for waiting me patiently, even if I have been again back and forth, despite my backup in my router, mobile data,
That's all right, sir.
laptop, computer. Sorry, I'm sorry, I have been disturbed. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I will check if there are any questions.
Yeah, you do not have to apologize. It's not your fault. It's the technology thing, and it can happen to anybody, everybody, at any time. So it's not your fault. Thank you, sir. Very stimulating workshop today, actually loaded with ideas and practical tips. But there are some questions in the chat box, and I'm sure Navra sir will take up the questions and address them in some ways, maybe through emails and so on. Now, I encourage you all to upload your progress. So if you are going to write a review of literature for the next segment, please upload this on the provided folder so that we can follow up. Okay, there are some questions and some answers in the chat box already. And of course, the conversation continues. So I'm going to stop here by thanking Dr. Nepani, Professor Navrasa, and all my colleagues and you all in particular for making time for this workshop, very useful one. And I will see you next time. But I do encourage you to upload your work, okay, so that we can go and make suggestions and guide you through the process. So thank you, and namaste. See you next time. Yeah, thank you. Because he had shared again a form, a feedback form. So please fill in and submit. It takes only a couple of minutes. So thank you very much. Thank you all.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay.
Excuse
Yes,
me,
sir.
Yeah, I've seen 2 questions on the screen. Shall I try or leave?
Maybe through email, sir, because I think I'm sure our participants will have other commitments. So if we can summarize the answers and write it to Bikash or me, I will be able to share, or Bikash will be able to share the answers with the participants. So that will be probably better. So thank you all, and thank you for coming in, and I will see you next time.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
bye-bye.
Thank you, Navraj, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Namaste.
sir. Thank you,
Bye
sir.
bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Namaste.
Namaste. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.